Hey, this is Vanessa from sweetrosebabies.com, newborn family and maternity photographer. Today I'm going to show you from start to finish how I would edit this newborn image. So first, I'm going to pull up Bridge so I can show you what I do in the raw edit. So this is the image, right? This one actually. So I'm going to open it in RAW so you can see what I do in RAW, what I did. So I have a custom white balance. I shot a gray card and then I just made slight adjustments in Adobe Camera Raw to make the white balance perfect. I took the highlights almost all the way down and I brought up some of the shadows, and the reason I did that is because her skin tone is dark. I want to make sure that we don't lose a whole lot of detail. So normally if you had a light-skinned baby, the light would actually reflect off of their skin back onto their skin, and you would have a lot less shadow on like a Caucasian or Asian or just a lighter skin tone baby. But this one's pretty dark, so I actually filled some of the shadows. This darkness right here, I don't want to bring up too much, otherwise I'm going to get a lot of green in there. So I'm just going to keep it how it is, and then I would open it, but I have already got it open. So now what I would start with is I would fix this right here. This is the edge of my backdrop. So I'm going to grab my clone stamp tool and grab an area that's as close to that as possible so that the light stays consistent on the backdrop. If I were to grab, say, from over here and then paint it over here, it would just look crazy. So try and grab from as close to that source as possible so that not only the color stays the same, but also the texture that's in the background. Second thing I'm going to do, I'm going to run portraiture over this. I use portraiture on everything. And when I run portraiture, I actually made my own action with portraiture so that once it runs, it automatically selects the history brush tool. Because I'm going to take that action or that program process off of her eyelashes, because I want to preserve that those crisp lines in her eyelashes. Now, I don't typically remove skin flakes off of newborns because I love it, and I think my clients love it, and it's a part of, being brand new. But this one to me is pretty distracting, and if there's any others I see on her face, I'll remove those too. And I'm doing that by using the spot healing brush tool because I'm not going to do a whole lot. And there's a little baby acne right there I'll get rid of. And a little scratch. That's it. I wouldn't remove everything. Just distracting things. And I zoom in because while you may not be able to see it while it's zoomed out on the computer, you will definitely be able to see all those little tiny things when you print this image. So after I did that, I'm going to add a bit of a vignette around here, and I do that by using an action that I made myself that just darkens the edges a little bit here. After, and I'm going to flatten that down. And now I'm going to run the unsharp mask and save it. And that's it. That is my entire newborn image editing process. I try and get this as correct in camera as I can so that I don't have to spend a ton of time editing. And it normally goes a lot faster because I'm not explaining what I'm doing. I know a lot of people like to remove these Mongolian spots, as well as some of the redness in her skin. Some people might get rid of that. I don't. I like to keep them how they are. Her fingers are a little bit red, but they're not too red for me. If they were purpley or looked like they were losing that circulation, I would probably take that out a little bit, but I like to keep the babies how they are. So that's it. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask.